And we are live. Here we are, everybody. Oh, wait. I forgot. In my videos, I always want to, hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for being here today. I just want to share a little something with you. Don't a whole bunch of bloggers be like, aren't they like, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Today, we're doing measurements of segments and angles. Measurements of segments and angles. Okay. Remember yesterday, I think I wrote angels instead of angles. I don't know how far we're going to get. This is a lot. Okay. So we may break this assignment up into just a couple parts. You know, like one assignment just over a couple days. Okay. So if you want to measure the length of a segment, in the real world, we would use a ruler. Okay. If we wanted to measure the angle, like angle measure, anybody know what the name of that tool is that measures? You're going to use a protractor. And I think you guys have seen these before. They're like half a circle. You know, and they got a whole bunch of numbers going around it, and it's just from 0 to 180. That's a protractor. There are different ways to classify angles. For angles, there's acute angles, there's right angles, there's obtuse angles, and there's also the one that I mentioned, a straight, S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T. There's straight angles. Okay, acute is less than 90. Obviously, it's trapped between 0 and 90, right? It can't be 0 either. A right angle is just equal to 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is between, so from, how should I say that? Because I was going to say from 90 to 180, but not including 90 or 180. So let's do it this way. Let's do 90 is less than, nope, that would confuse you too. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say greater than 90, but less than 180. And then a straight angle is just equal to 180 degrees. A straight angle is just a line. Yippee. Yippee. Now, you see that little circle that I did right there? That little circle by the 90 means degrees, right? A circle has 360 degrees, and it's just what was picked for the value of a circle, 360 degrees. Let's just make it 360 degrees. Our founding fathers? No, probably before our founding fathers decided, you know, we're going to call this a degree. It's been around a long time. Okay, so here we go. Each degree has 60 minutes. Okay, it's just like time. And each minute has 60 seconds. Even though we're talking about angles, we're still dealing with minutes and seconds, okay? The symbol for minutes is just one little apostrophe, like that, and the symbol for seconds is like a quote. Okay, there's two of them, okay? You think? Okay. It's okay. In other words, if I said 60 degrees, I could say that 60 degrees is, oop, now I messed up, 59 degrees and 60 minutes. It's the same thing, yo. Is it what? No, correct. Okay, so hang on. So if I'm talking about a 60-degree angle, I could also call it 5960, but I never would. Because that's angles. It's not time anymore, it's angles. So here, let's say I had a circle like this, right? So if I had, let's say that this was 1 degree. Oh, my bad. Even though it's not 1 degree because it's way too big for 1 degree. If that's 1 degree, inside here is what we call 60 minutes. Okay. That was a really good circle that I drew, though. Well, I just wrote it down. That's just what's used. What do you want to call them? You want a whole new word? Oh, sorry. If I wanted to get fancy and write it as degrees, minutes, and seconds, if I wanted to write it as degrees, minutes, and seconds, I could say that 60 degrees is 59 degrees and what? 59 minutes, then what? 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Or not? Yeah. Totes. Totes. Okay. Now I could have done it for any angle. I just picked 60 and I just wanted to show you how it gets broken down. So a second, when you're talking about an angle, I mean, 1 degree is doggone small. But then to even get smaller, they said, nope, let's call them minutes. And then to get even smaller, nope, let's call them seconds. I don't know why they use the same words. They just, I mean, it goes with time, so kind of cool. Yeah. It's just the name. All right, so degrees, minutes, and seconds. That's cool. We just did that. Okay. Okay. So if I said change 50 degrees and 2/5 of a, oh, sorry, 50 and 2/5 degrees to minutes, degrees and minutes, and minutes, could we do it? Let's find out. Okay, it's a fraction. Oh no, fractions scare me, right? So this is going to be 50, and then I have to multiply 2/5 by 60. So it's going to be 50 degrees, and then I have to multiply 2/5 times 60. What's 2/5 times 60? What do you think? 24, as in 24K. And so this would be, thus the reason, no. Thus the reason that I picked this problem, this would be 50 degrees, 24 minutes, okay? 0 seconds, because there's not another decimal or anything following it, okay? How are these problems going to look? Let's try it. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I was trying to comprehend it, so I didn't write it down. Okay. I'll wait. I can wait. I wanted to convert 50 and 2/5 of a degree to degrees and minutes. That's what the instructions said. Okay. I think we can find a pretty good, stopping point maybe after this example, and then I think I can split some homework. All right, so I need you guys to draw this. Oh yeah, draw that. Okay, and then label it. A, B, C, and D. Hello, and G. And then I want to say the following. Angle A, B, D is 90. Angle C, B, D is something crazy. Find angle A, B, C. Okay, so write down all of that, please. Not a difficult question, especially since I gave a big hint when I did the 60. Ready? Oh, no, this will be the last topic, new thing that I talk about for the homework. Okay, so I think on the directions of the homework problem, it's going to say that the angle is a right angle. But in your brain, you should think, oh, that's 90. Okay, so if it says it's a right angle, that just means 90 degrees. So that means that this guy right here is 90. Okay. Yeah. We're getting there. Hang on. So now I'm going to do C, B, D. So from C to B to D is the weird thing. That is 32, 16, 24. Okay. And then it says, I wish I could do this different, but I can't. But then it says, hey, find this puppy. Okay, and so you're like, man, I don't even know if I would have been able to label that correctly. Okay, so would you been able to label the red, blue, and black correctly? Okay, so hang on. So you trace it with your finger, A, B, D. A to B to D. That's that angle, not a triangle, just the angle. Then it said C, B, D. Trace it with your finger. Okay, you don't get to pick the pattern. It tells you how to, like, you know, to find the angle. And remember, the vertex is always going to be the middle letter. So, okay. Oh, yeah, just think 60. Yeah. A minute. There's 60 seconds. There's 60 seconds in a minute.
Okay, but how are you getting that the number? It's like millicentimeters and things like that.
Yeah, it's just like the starting grounds.
So you're gonna want to.
Feeks, question?
So what did you just subtract the 32, 6, 24, and 90?
Yeah. So hang on. Let's make this problem. So hang on. Let's make this problem a whole bunch easier first. If I would have done this same drawing, and let's say that this was a right angle. By the way, did you guys know that the little box means a right angle? Okay, so that's a right angle. And then if I would have said that this is 30, and then if I put an X there, you would say, oh, well, that's easy. X is 60 because 30 plus 60 is 90. That's all I'm doing with this problem. It's just that this blue ink, that blue ink is scary, okay? So when I subtract, I have to do this. You ready? 90 minus 32, 16, 24, given. Okay. Yeah, so now I got to subtract it all. However, I got to do some adjusting first. What does this become? I'm telling you that 32, 16, 24 doesn't change. What do you think the 90 becomes? 89, 59, and 60 seconds, just like the one where I changed the 60 degrees, you know, a couple times. I just showed it to you. Uh-oh. Because 60 seconds makes a minute. So, and 60 minutes makes that one. So it's like I borrowed 1 degree and I got 60, but then I had to borrow 1 minute to get 60 seconds. Yeah, from the 90.
I'm scared that you being confused, scaring me that I don't actually get it. I'm just
How is the middle on 59 and how's also 60?
So it used to be 60, okay? That used to be 60, but then I was like, oh crud, I still have to subtract 24. So,
But how did you get to 60?
what?
Where was the 60?
already in the minute. We just
Yeah, it's already in the minute. I just took it out. So 60 seconds make a minute, 60 minutes make a degree. Okay. Can we subtract? Yeah, let's find out. So 60 minus 24 is 36. 59, so that's going to be 43. And then that's going to be a 7 and a 5. Okay, so that angle goes right there. And if I were to add the black answer plus the blue answer, I would get 90. Okay, I really would. Okay, one last thing, I promise. Here we go. This symbol, that's a bad symbol. Hang on. This symbol means congruent. Okay, that symbol means congruent. All congruent just means equals. Okay, so congruent is the same thing as equals, but in the math world, equals is used with numbers and congruent is used with letters. Okay, so maybe we should just draw and just say letters only. You can't use that congruent symbol unless you have just letters. If you have any numbers at all, you just go back to what you're used to, which is equals. Okay? Okay, so we are not done with the notes, but we learned enough to get through these. So I want you guys to try page 14. I want you to try 1 through 4. Then I want you to try 6 through 9. And then I think you've learned enough to get through 15. Okay? So try that group of problems. Again, try and